Hey, I'm Joey with Practical Forest and Farm, and here we are in my 30-acre off-grid piece of property in the deep north woods of Maine. It's the middle of October, and it's freezing at night, and it's cold out during the day. We're trying to put up a cabin so that we have a nice place to shelter ourselves from the elements. This is my plan to get off-grid. Today we're going to be sheathing and roofing the cabin to get it tight from the elements. This is such a crucial point. This land that you see behind me, we've been clearing by fire, and just to have a cabin this deep and this remote out in the woods is mind-blowing. When I first bought this piece of property, I thought there was no way we were going to be able to put a cabin up here, and just through hard work, dedication, and help from family, we've been able to make this happen. Last night we had a brutal storm come through. It dumped 2 inches of rain in the matter of like an hour. Everywhere is completely flooded. The town that's nearest to this property, that's 30 minutes away, has no power when we rolled through. I had no clue that the power was off because we don't have any power here. That was funny. It was like it didn't affect me whatsoever. So what we're going to do is the storm that came through knocked off our waterproofing, so we're going to waterproof it up again. We're going to hang the T11 right now, and then we are going to sheathe the roof. Warming up and drying off by this fire is definitely essential right now. It's about 45 degrees out. Can it come towards me a tiny bit? Now you can swing it towards me. Yeah, I put one in up top too. You calling that good? I like it over there. Me too then. Yeah, building in a forest is a lot different than building in a cleared lot. Like, you wouldn't imagine how hard it is just to line up the ladders. I've had to do this so many times now. All right, we'll cut that off after. The ladders.
Try to get like 2 or 3 in there.
It's got to go up. Missed. Now let it come down on this side.
Sit on the mud spot.
Boom.
Yeah.
Now that we have the back wall T111'd and we have the sides 90% T111'd, we feel as though the structure is strong enough to where we're going to block out the center of the joists and then we're gonna lay the roof on. To have the roof on is going to definitely be a blessing. Hopefully we can get this thing closed off enough where we can sleep in it instead of the tent. Not gonna lie, sleeping in the tent is getting old. One of the guys in the comments actually told me, he said, make the line, but keep the line so that it'll never be short. So that's what I'm trying to do right here. When I draw the line, I'm gonna cut so I still have my line. Actually, now just thinking about it, I did that completely backwards. But on the next one, I will, because I do read the comments and I do take the advice. Some of you guys are just totally out of whack, but like 99% of you guys, super solid advice. Oh, 9/16. Okay, yeah. And if the middle line's 8, so it's literally one line above. What is the measurement again, bro? 9/16. 14 and 9/16. All right, wait 1 second. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got to measure it 15 times. I mean, you see how many times during this build I've gotten that. I can barely write, I swear to God. I didn't even really go to school eventually. At one point, I was just like, I'm never coming to school. You're the only guy that can come up, man. That's because you do your own hustle, and that's why I respect it so much. If you are watching this video and having an off-the-grid cabin or having your own piece of land or property is something that you're interested in, I would love to tell you how I do it. And I own a couple different businesses, and I would love to talk to anybody about home ownership, property ownership, business ownership, financial independence, financial freedom, what it really means to own your own time. I would love to teach anybody who wants a hustle how to hustle, definitely. Let me know in the comments below. I'll tell you exactly how I found this piece of property, exactly how I bought it, how much I paid for it. None of this is going to be a secret. This is the blueprint that I'm trying to give other people. And this is my first run at the blueprint. I think that my third cabin will probably go up a little bit easier than this. $14 and 8/16. Leave line 14 and a fourth. You can tell these are cut perfectly to fit with some tension so that they're really making full contact with the pad as well as the 6x6. This just reinforced this. I love this move. Thank you to everybody in the comments who suggested that I do this. I really feel like this was a necessary step. It's so dark here in Maine so quickly. We just finished blocking them out, haven't even put a sheet up on the roof, and it's already almost pitch dark. With night falling in the forest, it's always a good time for me to reflect and just do some housekeeping on the channel. Just the overwhelming support is amazing. Thank you so much. We're at 2,000 subscribers right now at the time that this video is getting shot, and that's just amazing. We're starting to gather wishing stones from this property. I'm gonna do a little description about them, and we'd like to do a little giveaway and give something from this property to other people, and as a wishing stone. Like if you wish that you could go off grid, if you wish that you could have a little cabin of your own, I'm gonna send you a wishing stone from here, the beautiful deep north woods of Maine, and I'm gonna send them out, and I hope that those wishing stones grant the wishes, or help people focus on their wishes and make it a reality like we ended up doing. Well, that's pretty much all I have for the housekeeping. Thank you so much for watching again, and if you made it to this point in the video, please subscribe, please comment, like, and share this for the algorithm. It really helps us. I'm a small-time creator, and thank you so much. Good morning. Last night in the tent was freezing. All the more push to get this cabin sealed up today. The weather is going to be about 45 degrees all day. Might hit 50 with this sunshine that we're getting. That's pretty nice. We got a big fire going and we like to stoke it in the morning and then stoke it at lunchtime so we can come up and warm up by it while we're building the cabin. This is how I've been re-clearing my land. Just chopping up the brush, bringing it over to the fire and clearing it. I've cleared about an acre around this cabin just doing that. This is where I want a beautiful field, or this is where I'd like my vegetable garden to be. This land was logged. That's how you buy affordable land. Let the log company log it. It is what it is. I wasn't going to hold it for a timber investment. I wanted to build a cabin and have a spot to enjoy out here, so it makes sense for me. All right, that should burn for a good bit today.
I'll take it. Just let me get it up there first. Yep. Then once you get it up there, pivot down.
All right, pass it to me. That's good, and then you need to drop down on your end and it should be pretty square. That feels pretty good right there. I'm like completely flush on my end.
It should be.
Yep, that looks good.
I know. Go ahead, pull it down. That out. Push up on my block. Get the heel down and you're worrying too much. More and more confident in the next one. I don't think you should do it as big. I think this one's for you and your wife, so big and accommodating. I think you should do one like one over there, but you hit all the spots. Yeah.
Woo! Standing on the roof right now. The view is amazing from up here. Standing on my roof, playa. Woo! Sheet by sheet, this thing's getting done. 45 degrees out right now. Woo! I'm going no hat for the rest of the video.
Get it laying flat with the wind as soon as you can. Closer to the roof, less wind. Are you?
No, I think you got to knock it in with the hammer a little, just a little bit.
The 4 foot by 4 foot ones right here. Instead of dropping it from like up there. So we just keep it right on the roof.
This is going to be the last sheet for the roof right here, just a 4x8 piece, slap it on, shoot it down with the nail gun, and then this roof is officially sheathed. We've got the roof paper, we're going to paper it, staple it down. We do have the metal roofing, but we're going to hang some more sheets of T111 before we bring the metal roofing out on this, so we're just going to see how far we can get this weekend. Came up on Thursday again. It's now Saturday, so it's pretty slow moving. Oh, and the sun comes out for the last sheet. Look at how beautiful it is out here. That humongous raging fire that you saw earlier is now just burnt to a little tiny pile. Wow, it is so sick to be out here. Last sheet. This is
I don't know why this one was.
twice as heavy as the other ones. Right there. Yep. I'm just going to go crazy. Let's just go crazy and put those things together, drill them, and just bring them out here and do this thing. Now that the entire roof is papered, we're going to go and pre-drill out all of the 16-foot metal sheets. They line up perfectly. And the goal for today is just get this roof out of the way so that we don't have to deal with it anymore. Ooh, they probably don't sell this bit down at the convenience store. Awesome, we just pre-drilled the whole metal roof. Check it out.
Halfway, so you don't scratch the other sheet bad.
Okay.
Any bit of sliding is harsh.
This guy. I'm keeping count, that's 2. This metal roofing lasts forever. That T111 will go quick tomorrow. Yes, I'm tired, and yes, I want to get off the roof, but I also want to make it back to my wife tomorrow so that we can spend half the day together. So I'm just going to keep going until there's no more light. Rebby, watch out! Here it comes, the last 16-foot piece of metal up on the roof just for that edge over where Job's at. Can't believe that we're at this point. It's looking so good. We still got to cut out this back window. ADHD. Let's just stick to the roof. We're going to do the roof. Let's do this. What is Marty, a 2-stroke hitting power band? Good morning. It was another like 38 degrees in the tent last night, but I'm feeling refreshed this morning. It's Sunday morning. We've been out here since Thursday, and we have most of all of the T111 hauled over. I've spared you guys from the video footage of me just hauling countless sheets over with my cousin. If you want to check out what it looks like for us to haul all these materials over, watch the other videos that we have. This is, I think, our 6th video that we've put out. So if you like this content, we have a lot more content, like hours worth. So right now, we're just gonna move and go this entire side up. We're gonna make sure that this is all watertight, and then I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna cut out the windows and do as much work from inside the cabin as possible, just because it's getting so brutal out already. It's October 15th, the weather's getting cold, and we're gonna have this thing closed in. Let's do it. If you can see this block, Job came in and preemptively put this block in so that we can balance the sheathing on it, and then we're gonna come by later and just knock it off with a hammer. Here on the trailer behind me is going to be the last sheet of T111 that we need to move in for this project, and after that every single sheet is brought in. We brought in all of the Advantech flooring by hand. We hauled in all the sheathing for the roof. We hauled in all the sheathing for the bottom of the foundation, and now this is the last sheet of T111. Hauling the material in like that, sleeping in the freezing cold tent, and just being out in the merciless wilderness really separates the boys from the men. Right there looks like 60 and a half. Here's the cabin. The entire front of the cabin, all the way through, is destroyed. How deep is that? This is what it looks like. It's everywhere. Yeah. If you can see, I'm using the rooftop high performance roofing underlayment, whatever that means. But I ran out of house wrap, and this is the same thing. If it's for roofs, it should be able to go on the side of the framing, no problem. If anything, it feels way more heavy duty than the other stuff. So overkill is good when you're this far out. So that's completely cool with me. This ain't making it in. Kobe. Nope. Kobe. There's no good spot to balance this ladder right now. Aside from not having the windows cut out or the door installed, I think this thing looks absolutely beautiful. To have such a big structure so far out in the inhospitable woods is just mind-blowing to me. There's no other structure around for this thing to be competing with. To be able to go up and be out of the rain in an enclosed structure, it's life-changing. I can't wait to enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode.